Hey ladies, so this is SUBMissues part 2. Hopefully you've seen part 1, but if you have not, go ahead and go down below, check it out, and then climb on back up to part 2. So let's get a little deeper into the topic of submission. I wanted to give you guys an example of why submission is important and how it works. So, if you think about businesses, if you think about athletic teams, if you think about maybe singing groups, there's always a decision maker that's appointed in those types of relationships, whether it be a captain, whether it be a CEO, whether it be a lead singer, someone that kind of leads the tone or leads the melody. In order for these relationships to be successful, oftentimes a leader is appointed to help carry that through. So I'd like women to step back and think about it from that perspective. Try to understand how just the fundamentals of successful relationships tend to have that one body that makes final decisions while still weighing all of the information that they need to weigh. And then also by listening to everyone else's needs, listening to their wants, receiving valuable information from them to make these final decisions. But there always has to be that leader, that one person that even when, arguments ensue or, things get a little bit heated, there has to be that person in place that can, you know, dismantle that chaos and come in and just take care of business and make those tough calls. And I think that when you look at different structures, it's easier for you to envision that for your marriage. If you want to be successful, if you want to be stable, if you want to have a long marriage, it's important to think about what characteristics will lead you to that. And I don't see one reason why appointing a leader in your household won't allow you to achieve those things. So I thought that was a good example to share with you guys so that you can kind of take that in and internalize it and, come more to grips with the reasons as to why submission is something that God deemed necessary in marriage. If you feel like the man that you are dating and ultimately want to marry isn't a good leader, then you should probably think about why. Maybe go to counseling, maybe talk to a third party, maybe even sit down and talk to him and tell him the reasons why you don't know for sure if you'd like him to be the leader of your household. And you don't have to feel bad about calling somebody to the carpet and telling them why you feel a certain way or asking them if they are prepared to take on a leadership role like that. Submission, like I said, is important in marriage, and communication is equally as important. So you want to make sure that those lines of communication are super open before marriage. And we all know how important communication is, so we can certainly agree that it is very important in a marriage. So again, if you don't know for sure, if you're uncertain, ask questions. Maybe again seek counseling. Maybe talk to someone else that is a neutral party that can give you a little bit more insight and maybe even some tips as to how you can better figure out if your mate is ready for that type of leadership role. So, ladies, I thought that would be a great example. I made this short and sweet. I wanted to get the information out there to you guys. Let me know what you think. If you would compare it to a business, if you would compare it to any other relationship that includes multiple parties, do you think that submission is something that is important in your marriage? Is it something that you're considering before you get married? Are you thinking about the types of things that will make your marriage successful? let's talk about it. Get in the comments below. Let me know what you think and stay tuned for part 3.